And what's good, everybody? Welcome back in. Glad to have you guys in the stream once again tonight on Behind the Arc Basketball. Game number 2 of the series going on between these two teams tonight. It's the Toronto Raptors taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Philly up in the series 1-0. Game number 2 here tonight at Wells Fargo Center out in Philadelphia. Sixers, fantastic start to the season, the series here in the playoffs. They only had 4 turnovers in that first game. Tyrese Maxey, he was phenomenal. 38 points, led the way. Low-key, Tobias Harris had 26 in the last game for Philly. James Harden, 22 points, 14 assists, and Joel Embiid had 19 points, 15 boards in game number 1 of the series. Some big injury updates here for Toronto is that they were unlikely going into this game number 2 to have Scotty Barnes, Gary Trent Jr., and Thaddeus Young. All 3 of those players did not go to the on-court shoot-around earlier this morning, but Toronto's going to have 2 of them. So Scotty Barnes is out, as he's been ruled out due to that left ankle sprain, but Gary Trent Jr., he's going to start tonight for Gary Trent Jr. Came in with an illness, did not go through the on-court shoot-around this morning. Thaddeus Young came into today doubtful along with Gary Trent Jr., and Thaddeus Young will be playing off the bench today. So that's some big news updates right there for Toronto in this game. Underwater levels, that part. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you guys back in once again here for another day of the playoffs. If you guys are new, make sure to hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. Going to be tipping off very shortly. Going down between these two teams tonight. Philadelphia 7.5 point favorites here on the line. Over-under looks like it's 217 between these two teams. First time they met up, it was a 131-111 victory on Saturday for Philadelphia. Philly ripping through the threes. They made 16 threes of 32 attempts at 50% from the floor. And on the fast break, they led that category 29-10. Big thing that stuck out to me, though, is that they didn't turn it over a single time in the first half. They only turned it over 4 times in the game. And Tyrese Maxey, he's got so much potential. He just went off. He should be up in the running most improved player of the year for Maxey. He goes from dropping down around 7 points per game last year to around 18 this season. Christian, welcome in, man. Wow, Mark Williams declared for the draft. Yeah, it doesn't shock me there that he did. And yeah, congrats here, Marcus Smart. Incredible turnaround for the Celtics, and he's the heart and soul of the team, as he is the one who was able to turn around this Celtics squad to be the top defensive unit this season, and Marcus Smart wins Defensive Player of the Year around a half an hour ago. Well-deserved first ever Defensive Player of the Year for Marcus Smart, as he got 2 defensive first teams before that. 2019-2020, he was on the NBA first team for all defense, but gets Defensive Player of the Year. So awesome right there from Marcus Smart. What a turnaround he has had, and major contributions yesterday to the victory there for Boston, because if Marcus Smart takes that shot, Celtics are down in the series 0-1 yesterday, but he made the pass, and it's been a big difference between what he's done with his playmaking last 2 months, same as Tatum. Ian on the stream, welcome in. Jason Tatum is unbelievable. That was unreal yesterday with that receive the pass, spin, and layup at the buzzer. Bradley, welcome back in. Elmer, AC Wavy in the stream. Glad to have you guys back at the channel here for another night of great basketball going down. Raptors and Sixers. Raptors going to be with Gary Trent Jr. and Thaddeus Young. So those 2 will be playing. Scotty Barnes, though, he is out tonight in this game for Scotty Barnes. Left ankle sprain. Philadelphia, big victory, game number 1, and this victory has fueled the confidence for Philly here, because James Harden going into the series had like a lot of pressure, and he said that he wasn't really feeling the pressure, but the media was talking about some big pressure by James Harden. Out of anybody, most pressure facing from the media going into these playoffs by Harden, and that pressure's been taken off in the first game because of Tyrese Maxey, what he did, and the complimentary cast of Tobias Harris. He was the number 2 scorer. He had 26 points. Embiid was the number 4 scorer in the first matchup. And Embiid's the scoring champ this season. Kevin on the stream, welcome in, man. Incredible. Oh, thanks so much, Christian. Yeah, I shared that on a couple of my social media platforms. That was awesome yesterday. Unbelievable ending. I don't think I covered a buzzer beater like a full year. So Philadelphia going to go with a red uniforms tonight, white numbers, white letters for Philly. A lot of focus on that man there, Tyrese Maxey, for what he did in game number 1. Dropped down 38 points. That is his 6th game of the season that he scored above 30, or 30 plus in the category for Maxey this season. So here's what the starting lineups look tonight. Fred VanVleet, Gary Trent Jr., OG Anunoby, Pascal Siakam, Precious Achiuwa for Toronto, going up against Tyrese Maxey, James Harden, Danny Green, Tobias Harris, and Joel Embiid for Philadelphia. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. And by the way, Gus Johnson is calling this game. My man, my favorite commentator of all time. Gus Johnson is calling this game right now. Just saw him on the big screen there. So looks like he got contracted there to call playoff games on TNT. That's incredible. So Gus Johnson now with Turner Sports for the playoffs. Loved him when he was doing March Madness back at CBS in the 2000s, the NFL games as well for CBS. And here he is for TNT tonight, making his NBA playoffs debut. Here we go, getting ready for the opening tip. Ball tipped up in the air. Toronto, black uniforms, red numbers, white letters. They control the tip going left to right in the floor for the Raptors. VanVleet has it first, defended by Maxey. Edge in the midcourt logo. VanVleet dribbles up, takes the 3 straight away. Got it to go. Fred VanVleet, 18 seconds through. Big triple. Michael on the stream, welcome in, man. Glad to have you back on the channel here. Philadelphia first possession. Harden at the right wing perimeter. Lob pass to the corner off to Embiid. Deflected out of bounds, though, by Anunoby. It will stay Philadelphia ball. Derek from Trinidad, welcome in. Ben on the stream, welcome back in here, man. Lutong, welcome in. Let me know out in the chat who you guys got in this one, Sixers or Raptors. Sixers first possession of the game. Right corner perimeter, Harden moves it out to his left Green. Passes off to Maxey. Touch pass corner, Tobias Harris dribbles up. Jumper. Baseline J, no good off the mark. Tipped up, rebound. Goes to Achiuwa for Toronto. VanVleet just made a 3, dribbles into the paint. Bounce pass, right corner, Siakam saves it. Into the hands of Precious Achiuwa. Drives right down the lane on Harden. Scores up and in off the backboard by Precious Achiuwa. It's 5-0 Toronto. We'll see what the response here is in game number 2 for the Raptors. Big response early in this game. And for Toronto, with 2 key players in the lineup today that they thought that they'd be missing, did not participate in the on-court shoot-around. Gary Trent Jr. and Thaddeus Young both playing. However, their rookie up in the top 3 of the Rookie of the Year with Scotty Barnes listed out. Uncle Pizzle back at the stream. Vegas, welcome in here, guys. Bounce pass off to Embiid. Embiid has it the right elbow. Backs his way on Anunoby. Embiid turned around, missed around the rim, tipped up, and the rebound controlled by Toronto. Toronto coming out, bringing the energy so far. Hustling out there on the floor. Anunoby, open 3 in the air. Takes one. And missed off the back rim, tipped by Harris. Tried to get it out of bounds. And it was last touched by Tobias Harris, so it's going to stay Raptors ball. Hey, no problem there, Uncle Pizzle. Glad to have you in the stream here, man. Whoa, things getting chippy here as we're only a minute and a half left to go in the game. Players have to get separated. Oh, baby. Siakam, Embiid. Harden was in the middle of it. So words being exchanged right before the inbound as the referees have to go in and separate players. OG Anunoby had to get separated in the middle of that pack. Hopefully they show a replay of that. We're only a minute and a half into game number 2. And players have to get separated. Some chippiness before the inbound. Wide Awake, welcome in here, man. Jay Ramirez, welcome to the stream. Oh, yeah, that was incredible yesterday. Awesome finish to that game. Okay, so no fouls assessed there. It's going to be an inbound to Toronto. They get at the free throw circle. Pass out to the right corner. Van Vliet defended by Maxey. 8 on the shot clock. Van Vliet towards his left and the outside. Still defended by Maxey. Crossover. Dribbles into the paint. Drives. Bounce pass. Right corner. 1 on the shot clock. Takes the 3. Anunoby hits it. And it's 8-0 Toronto. What a response here in game number 2. They got blown out by 20. Here they are up 8-zip. John, what's good here, brother? Glad to have you back at the streamer, my man. If you guys enjoy hockey, NHL playoffs coming up very soon. Make sure to check out my man Off the Wall Hockey there. Incredible live streams he does as James Harden drives right to the rim, gets the first basket of the night for Philadelphia. We are 2 minutes into action. Jumper from the outside. The Raptors hit another 3. They're up 11-2. Fred VanVleet comes out, and he is firing right out of the gate in this game. Harris towards his right around the perimeter, lost control of the basketball, just had 4 turnovers in the last game, and they turned it over first time tonight. As Trent Jr., he gets stripped down the lane, the whistle blows, and the ball goes out of bounds. Clock will stop with 9:32. Totally different Raptors team here from how they played on Saturday. Yeah, now they're showing that replay of the scuffle. Embiid was in the middle of it. Anunoby was in the middle of that. We already had a scuffle between both of the teams 1.5 minutes through. Van Vliet took the 3, skipped around the rim, and it spiraled around the rim and out. It goes back to Philly. 9:20 left to go in the first. Alex, welcome back in here, man. What a game so far. Harden, bounce pass down low. Embiid powers his way. He's stripped off the double team, but fouled by Siakam. Totally different start to this one. Like everybody was talking about how Philadelphia, in just that one game, was becoming a contender. With Maxey going off for 38. And, I mean, that's just game number 1. Get the popcorn out for this series. I think it could very well go the distance in this series here. First shot good by Embiid. Vernon, welcome back in here, man. Embiid with 19 and 15 in game 1. He was a scoring champ this season, averaging above 30. Free throw number 2 is good. What's good? Johnny in the stream. Welcome back in here, man. Glad to have you guys back on the channel once again. We're 3 minutes through, 9 minutes left to go in the first. Van Vliet, dribble, drive. Oh, he had a wide open layup. Passed it up. Moves it outside to Trent Jr., who took a 3. Rimmed off short, and it goes out of bounds. Van Vliet should have just taken that layup. Had a golden opportunity off the dribble drive attack down the lane. Seen a couple of those so far. Looking like Ben Simmons out there. Passing an open layup to make a pass around the outside. Corner 3, Maxey off the mark. Offensive rebound, Harden. Put into the wrong hands. James Harden throws it to the wrong player. Van Vliet comes up with an interception. Van Vliet drives. This time, he misses the layup, contested by Embiid. Battle for the rebound. Embiid comes down with it in the Philadelphia backcourt. Embiid takes it past midcourt. Pressured by Van Vliet. Embiid moves it out to his right to Harden. Harden lobs it over to Embiid. Dribbles, attacks. Ooh, big contact right there. Pascal Siakam right into the middle of that one as Embiid drove right on Siakam, and boom, Embiid went, slipped down to the hardwood. What a series this is going to be. We got some tense moments, and we're not even 4 minutes into the game so far. Embiid took a hard fall down on his backside. Drove right on Siakam, and Siakam called for the foul. Colliding right with Embiid in the low post. Costa, Ramajit on the stream. Welcome back in, guys. What a statement start here for Toronto. They're proving out that, no, this is not going to be a sweep. They're hustling. Every single play, they're hustling on the floor so far. There's going to be an official review about this on the floor. So, referees taking a look at the monitor. 8:15 left to play in the first. We're just getting started. We've had a scuffle between both of the teams with some words being exchanged. 1.5 minutes into the game. And here we are. 3 minutes 45 seconds in. And Joel Embiid goes down hard. Gets fouled by Siakam. Fred VanVleet, he's made 2 threes so far. He's the top scorer for Toronto. 3 points by Anunoby, making a 3. Precious Achiuwa with 2. And then Philadelphia, 2 points each by Embiid and Harden. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Appreciate all for joining in, being a part here today. What a start to this series here. I don't think it's going to be that easy for Philadelphia. Okay, so Joel Embiid's going to get sent to the free throw line. This is huge for Toronto if they're able to steal one here, because that brings the momentum to Toronto going into their home floor for game number 3. And Matisse Thybulle can't play up in Toronto. First shot, Embiid missed off the back rim. Second one's good. .805 left to go in the first. Toronto with the ball. At the right wing, it's Siakam. Siakam defended on the outside by Embiid. Dribbles towards his left. Hands it off to Van Vliet, who's already made 2 threes. Van Vliet's pass off the mark over to fingertips. Siakam stolen away. Outlet pass for Maxey. Stays in bounds. Gives it down the lane to Embiid. Puts it up. And he puts it over on Anunoby for 2. 11-7. 7:45 left to go in the first now. Van Vliet gives it on the outside to Siakam. Dribbles up to the free throw circle. Backs his way in. Tobias Harris. Spin move in the low post. Puts it up and scores. That's good by Siakam. Now on the board. 7.5 left to go in the first. Great start to this one so far. Philadelphia at the left wing. It's Tobias Harris who has possession. Harris defended by Siakam. Moves it out to his right. Green to Harden. Harden now with the ball top of the key. Defended 1-on-1 by Anunoby. 3 in the shot clock. Harden takes the 3, and Harden gets fouled. It's going to be 3, I believe, coming up on the shooting motion. It's by Anunoby. Picks up the blocking foul. That's a tough call right there, because Harden didn't go into the expected step back that you would think, looking at the scouting report, that you would have hoped for. Nick Nurse obviously unhappy about the call there, as Harden was fading. He was more like leaning in to take that 3. And Anunoby got him. And this is going to be 3 shots. First one good by Harden. Rise of Steel on the stream. Welcome in, man. Incredible. Big congrats there, Marcus Smart. Well-deserved Defensive Player of the Year. He was named Defensive Player of the Year right before the start of this stream. Second one's good. Salman on the stream, welcome in, taking the Raptors tonight. Best of luck there. And Harden makes all 3. So free throws a big key in game number 1. Shot 85% at the line. To go to the free throw line more than anybody else in the NBA for Philadelphia. And Philadelphia is already in the bonus as well. Toronto has the ball. Precious Achiuwa passes behind into hands now of Siakam. Siakam dribbles up, drives, free throw circle jumper. No good off the back rim. Rebound controlled by Harden. Harden takes up the floor now for Philly. Harden, dump off, down the lane. There's Embiid. He scores with a right hand. Count it and a foul. And a chance to tie it up at 13. So now the momentum going in the favor of Philadelphia, playing with the energy, feeding off their fans. At one point, it was an 11-2 start by Toronto. The wheels have fallen off, though, for the Raptors, and Embiid just taking it straight to the rim. As we're going to go to a timeout here. 6:47 left to go in the first. It's a 1-point game, 13-12. Oh, yeah, it's incredible how many good players are in the transfer portal. So Tyrese Hunter, he just announced that he would be transferring, and there's going to be a laundry list of teams out there for Tyrese Hunter, who played at Iowa State. Bryant got a top 35 recruit from 2020, Earl Timberlake, who had played with Miami, and then he played with Memphis last season. They got Earl Timberlake today for Bryant. And a couple weeks ago, they got from St. Peter's, they got the kid with a mustache with Doug Eder. that they got from St. Peter's. So making quite the splash there in the transfer portal for Bryant. They have the opportunity to be one of the best mid-majors in New England. Vermont's been like the best mid-major in New England, but Bryant is now in the America East. So they're going in first year in the America East. So that's going to be really good seeing Bryant and Vermont, what should be at the top of the conference next year. Kevin, what's good? Welcome to the streamer, man. Yeah, me too here, Michael. Hopefully able to take it home this season for the C's. OTF, welcome back in. Kokubo, thanks so much for joining in from Tokyo. Right now in the timeout, first time out of the game. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Six points by Fred VanVleet. He has made 2 threes so far, the top scorer. And then 3 points by Anunoby for Toronto, 2 each by Siakam and Achua. And then Joel Embiid's got 7, James Harden's got 5 so far for Philadelphia. Tyrese Maxey been shut out so far. He's yet to score. Yeah, I saw Yuri Collins, who led all college basketball in assists. He also announced that he's going to the transfer portal. Jaime Jaquez is back for UCLA. That's massive. They're probably going to be a Final Four team. If they get Juzang back, that's huge. They're definitely Final Four. Kevin, welcome back to the streamer, man. DM, welcome in. Yeah, me too. I've got both of those teams in my final there. Celtics versus Suns. Raymond, good evening to you as well. Glad to have you guys back in once again. This has been a great game so far. Toronto was up early, 11-2. Philadelphia's come back, though. I think Philadelphia was taking them lightly in the first couple minutes, then started to realize. And James Harden's looked really good so far. He got called in the foul. He made three free throws from behind the line. It was a tough call against Anunoby. But it's been Embiid and Harden, the two that's shown up in this game 2 so far for Philadelphia. So Embiid with a chance to tie. He got fouled right before the timeout, and the free throw is good. 13-13. 6:40 left to go in the first quarter. Raptors with a possession. It's an 11-2 run by Philadelphia in the last 2.5 minutes. Top of the key. Toronto will move it over into the hands of VanVleet. VanVleet defended by Harris, dribbles up to the top of the free throw circle, takes the jumper, and no good, missed by Siakam. Rebound control by Philly. Maxey moves over to Harden, bounce pass left corner, open 3, Danny Green, swoosh. As that goes down, and the Sixers take the 3-point lead. Approaching the 6-minute mark left to go in the first, they made 16 threes, game number 1. That's their first tonight as we are midway through the first. VanVleet dribbles up into the key. Now back outside, bounce pass to the left corner perimeter. It's Malachi Flynn who takes the jumper off the mark, no good. And a rebound by Boucher, but stepped out of bounds. Philadelphia gets the inbounds. 5:40 left to go in the first. He passes. It's Harden who passes off to Maxey, and it's going to be a reach and fall assessed to Flynn defending Maxey. And Philadelphia is in a bonus as well. He might go to Auburn for Manny Bates. Because he was a shot-blocking beast, and that's what Auburn thrives upon. This past season was their bigs just blocking shots. First shot good at the line for Philadelphia. I took Philly in this game. Yeah, I got him by 10, 118 to 108 for Philadelphia. I was concerned about Toronto's injuries going into today. They got two of their players back, though. Gary Trent Jr., who is doubtful for today's game, that actually ended up starting. And then Thaddeus Young. Second free throw is good by Maxey. 18-13, Raptors with the ball. They've gone scoreless here. Trying to get something going on. They were up 11-2. Haven't scored in a while, though. Van Vliet off the screen. Open, took the three, but couldn't connect on it. And Philadelphia comes up with a rebound. Embiid's already got 10. Harden, crossover in the outside. Harden dribbles up down the lane. Floats up the runner. Around the rim, no good. A rebound controlled by Toronto. Driving to the hoop was Van Vliet. Stopped his dribble. Moves it out to the top. Siakam almost had it stripped. Defended by Harden 1-on-1. Inside a key Siakam. Bounce pass. Down low. Going to put it up. Blocked from behind by Harden. Ball is going to go out of bounds. Clock will stop with 4:52. As Harden denies Kem Birch on a shot attempt right below the rim. Yeah, I think it's possible he could go to Louisville. That would be huge if you guys are able to pick up Manny Bates. 4:52 left to go in the first. Inbound out to Van Vliet. 8 on the shot clock. Van Vliet drives. Right baseline. He scores. And finally, the scoring drought snap for the Raptors. Bill Wobb, thanks so much for joining in from the Philippines here. You guys, awesome supporters out in the Philippines. Harden moves it out to the right side around the perimeter. It's Embiid. His pass skipped off the hands of Harden out of bounds. It was deflected off of Van Vliet. Then ricocheted off of one deflection off of Harden and out. Raptors will take it up the floor. 3 turnovers by Philadelphia so far, 2 by Toronto. Philly with just 4 turnovers in game number 1. Siakam moves it out to the left corner. Van Vliet catching fire. 3 in the air. Money. And we're even at 18. Fred Van Vliet off the catch, saving the Raptors right now. In game number 2, Van Vliet's got 8. Or he just made a 3. He's got 11 as the points add in. So 11 points by Van Vliet. First one of double figures for Toronto. Embiid's got 10. Driving to the rim. Embiid puts it up and Embiid gets fouled. Book Nerd, welcome back to the stream here, man. Great start to this game so far. 18-18. We got 3:56 left to go in the first. 2 free throws coming up by Embiid. Embiid first free throw, knocks it through. Things started to calm a little bit down in this game. It was chippy the first, 1 to 5 minutes. But we've now gone 8 minutes through the first quarter. Second free throw by Embiid, it's good. Raptors get the inbound. Philadelphia is 11 for 12 on free throws so far in this game. They go to the free throw line more than anybody else in the NBA. Siakam is finally going to go to the free throw line for Toronto as he was taking it right to the rim. And a late whistle blows. It's going to be on George Niang who picks up the blocking foul. I'll go with Avalanche right there. They're having an incredible season. So 2 free throws coming up by Siakam here for Toronto. First one he makes. Free throw number 2 by Siakam. That's good. 20-20 now the score. They have Maxey, Niang, Shake Milton, Joel Embiid, and Matisse Thybulle, the 5 on the floor currently for Philadelphia. Lob over to the left elbow, into the hands of Embiid. Skip pass right corner. It's Milton, left wide open. Shoots a 3, missed off the rim. Rebound controlled by the Raptors by Achua. 3.5 left to go in the first. Toronto with the ball. Left wing at Siakam, working one-on-one on Niang. Crossover dribbles up into the paint. Turnaround jumper. Right on the spot. Hits it by Pascal Siakam, and Toronto takes the lead. Sixers with the ball past midcourt. Milton to his left around the perimeter. Moves it out to Maxey. Passes left corner. Left baseline dribble. Niang floats up the runner. He's got it. George Niang for 2. The score even at 22. 3 minutes remaining before halftime. 3 minutes left to go in the first here. Toronto with the ball. Dribbles up free throw circle. Kick out wing. Van Vliet showing the range. Deep 3. Hits it. Fred Van Vliet, 14 points so far. Top scorer for Toronto. Toronto knocking down the threes today. Coming in and drilling their triples. They're 5-9 from the perimeter. Philadelphia's only made 1 3. Embiid backs his way in Achua. Embiid turn around left hand. Get that out of there, Boucher. Though he gets called for the goaltend. So they will not count the block by Boucher. It was over the cylinder. Embiid gets credit for the 2. 2:35 left to go in the first. Great matchup so far. 14 by Van Vliet of Toronto. 14 now for Embiid. Embiid scored 8 of the 14 at the free throw line. Bread and butter for Philly is getting to the paint today and getting to the rim, getting to the free throw line. Philadelphia is 11 of 12 on free throws, as Toronto will take a timeout. 2:29 left to play. First quarter, Raptors up by 1, 25-24. All right, if you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Ring that notification bell if you guys would like to be notified here. Future live streams I do cover. I cover play-by-play of basketball action here on the channel, NBA games, also college basketball when the college season is going on too. And yeah, feel free, let me know out in the chat who you guys got in this one here. Who you're rooting for, Toronto or Philadelphia. Probably some Canadian fans in the stream too for today, since it's the first time in a while that I've done Toronto in quite a bit of time. Yeah, let me know where you guys are out from. We've got quite a bit of people that come to these streams from the Philippines. Awesome supporters that come on board from the Philippines. Points in the paint in favor of Philly, 10-8 so far. It's just Philly's been able to get to the free throw line multiple times. 11 of 12. Toronto is just 2 of 2 on free throws, and this is only the first quarter. That's what Joel Embiid and James Harden thrive upon, is drawing fouls. Take a look at the foul trouble so far for Toronto. 2 personal fouls each picked up by Siakam, Anunoby, and Khem Birch. And then Philly would just 2 fouls as a team. Both of those fouls picked up by one player, George Niang, which is a bench player. Also, there's a game in the middle for today. The Jazz taking on the Mavs. We'll keep you guys updated with that score. Probably once we get into halftime, that game will start. So update you guys on that score of the game between Utah versus Dallas until this one finishes up. So right now we're just in a timeout. We got 2:29 left to play so far. Hey, there we go. Yeah. I'm glad to have you back at the stream once again, Book Nerd from Tennessee. Yeah, that's going to be tough. Luka's out once again today for Dallas. Let's see. Ever been to a college football game before? I don't think like a Division 1 FBS school I've never been to before. The closest team to me is Boston College. Like college football isn't like that great like around me. There's a couple D1 teams that like certainly struggle Oh yeah, I've been to one for FBS actually. I can't even see, college football isn't even that strong where I am. I went to UMass when they played at Gillette Stadium. Because I played marching snare in the marching band in my high school when I was younger, and we went to Gillette Stadium for UMass Band Day. So I've seen UMass a couple times actually, but yeah, that was when they were making their transition after FCS to FBS, because they were in independent and then they played in the MAC for a few years and they're back to independent. Tammy, thanks so much for joining in. Oh, that was an incredible game winner. Yeah, I've been to Harvard Stadium once. They got it's like a big coliseum for Harvard's. And I've been to both the UMass Stadium at, I think it's McGuirk Alumni Field for UMass, the one in Amherst, and I've been to the one when they played at Gillette. I remember all the way back to going to the old Foxborough Stadium. I went there a couple preseason games when I was 3 or 4 years old. But this was going back to 1999, 2000, before it got demolished. Both of the free throws go by Embiid. He's up to 16 points so far in the first quarter. 1:40 left to go in the first. Embiid only had 19 for the scoring champ of this season in game number 1. Van Vliet thinking about a step back, passes out to his right to Malachi Flynn. Floats up the shot, blocked from the side by Thibault. And Philadelphia comes out with the basketball. Dump off, down low, Embiid, turn around, missed off the front rim, offensive rebound, put back is good by Embiid. He's already got 18 points in quarter number 1 of the 28 by Philly. Joel Embiid will shoot one at the free throw line. Yeah, so I went to Harvard too. That was for another event that was inside the football stadium, but wasn't an actual college football game that day. I'm going to take Memphis in that series, though Minnesota's going to make it interesting. I wouldn't be shocked if Minnesota takes that, because they got all the talent to take that. Free throw is good by Embiid. Joel Embiid, 19 points in the first quarter, what he had for the whole game in game 1 of the series. Cannot believe that this is only a 2-point game with Embiid scoring 19. Toronto with the ball, Anunoby. Dribbles, drives, right down the lane. He throws it down with a two-handed flush by OG. It's even at 29. 1 minute left to go in the first. Sixers take it past midcourt with Harden. Harden defended by Achua, dribbles towards his right, switched, guarded by Van Vliet. Harden dribbles to the mid-block, kick out left corner, Thibault, pump fake, passes out to the top, 3 in the air. George Niang connects on it. Nice ball movement there from Harden to Thibault to Niang. 40 seconds left to go in the first. That's only the second made 3 of the game for Philadelphia. They're doing a bunch of work in the paint and drawing fouls. Van Vliet passes to the left. Now it's into the hands of Achua, who drives the distance and scores. Count the bucket and the foul. Precious Achua is going to shoot one at the free throw line. Wow, that's awesome. Raymond living in Philadelphia back in '82 when Philly beat the Lakers. Wow, the whole transportation system shut down. They had to walk 15 miles home. That's crazy. Man, that must have been painful that day. Hopefully it was nice weather out and not pouring rain or thunderstorms or some pretty bad weather. Yeah, by that time it's June, so hopefully you're not. Hopefully it wasn't thunder or lightning by that time. Because sometimes down in Pennsylvania, because that's further out from where I am, the storms are more violent out in Pennsylvania because they start middle across the country. They're much more violent than they are here in Massachusetts because they get to a point around Albany for severe thunderstorms. It gets pretty bad down in places in New York, and then it kind of tapers off the more east they go. Green floats up the shot, missed off the rim. Danny Green and Joel Embiid both tangled together. It goes back to Toronto though. Van Vliet attacks down the lane. Van Vliet gets fouled. Clock will stop with 3.5 seconds. 3.5 seconds left to go. It's George Niang who picks up the blocking foul. Doc Rivers can't believe it. OG, welcome back to the streamer, man. Slot King, welcome in. Arrowhand, welcome in. Van Vliet shooting 2. First one is up. First one is through. Great start to game number 2. Toronto was leading 11-2 at one point. Philadelphia came back. Sixers took the lead. Toronto was stagnant on 13 for a while. And then I think it was 18-13 Philly. As Van Vliet misses a second free throw. A half-court shot off the top of the glass by Niang. And we close out the end of the first. The score here, 33 Toronto, 32 Philadelphia. Joel Embiid doing everything so far in the first quarter. He's got 19 points. The same amount that he had in the full game in game number 1. If you guys are new to the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks so much all for joining and being a part here in the channel. If you haven't already checked it out, feel free to rewatch my buzzer beater call there, Jason Tatum's game-winning layup. I uploaded a clip separately, so it's just a 1-minute clip that I have, so I uploaded that clip separately. That was the last video that I uploaded, so that is up there if anybody is interested to my call from yesterday's stream with Jason Tatum getting the game winner. That was unbelievable. That was incredible how that game finished. Helen, welcome in. Warren, welcome to the streamer, man. Warren's taking the Sixers tonight. I hope this could be a great game, and right now we've got one. Things got really chippy in the first quarter, like the first 3-4 minutes. But a lot of players had to get separated, and then Embiid collided right into Siakam. After that, it's tapered down. It's been one player each that's taken over this game so far. Fred VanVleet, 15 points. He's made 4 threes in the first quarter for Toronto. And then Joel Embiid's got 19. 4 of 6 from the floor. He's got 19 points on 4 shots because he's made 11 free throw shots so far. Rookie of the year, that is. I'd go Evan Mobley. Yeah. Yeah, if this game was a couple months ago, Marcus Smart is taking that jump shot. The Celtics are losing, and the Celtics are down to 0-1 in the series. So Tatum doesn't even get that ball from Marcus Smart if that game had taken place back in January. It's been just incredible to witness the growth of Marcus Smart and Jason Tatum through their playmaking the last 2.5 months. That was just so clutch. How Tatum's, last moment decision just to, cut from the top to go down to the lane and for Smart to look up and see him cutting to the hoop to put his pass online to Tatum off of a spin pass Kyrie and scoring with 0.5 of a second left to go when the ball left his hand. That was just unbelievable how everything worked together. Right before that, with Tatum contesting the jump shot missed by Durant. Not a whole lot of people are talking about it, but the possession before, Brooklyn wins, they make the shot. Kevin Durant fade away from the top of the key towards his right, and Jason Tatum contests it. Jason Tatum blocked Durant yesterday from the perimeter. That is unheard of. And Jason Tatum forced the miss by Durant. Horford came up with a massive defensive rebound, and then everything just worked in the favor of the Celtics without calling the timeout. Jaylen Brown driving, he kicked it out to Smart, who saw Tatum down the floor, who scored and spun past Kyrie. How everything just worked all together. Harden, pump fake, top of the key, open 3, missed off the front rim. We're back for the second quarter. Green, offensive rebound over to Milton, shoots the 3 and he hits it. 35-33 Philadelphia. Van Vliet at the top. He's made 4 threes so far. Bounce pass, right block. Backs his way as Achua. Low post on Harden. Or that's Anunoby. Anunoby turnaround jumper. He's got it. In the key for 2. 35-35. I'm going to take Jokic for MVP. I think it's really close. Could go either way between Jokic and Embiid. Jokic is top 10 in points, rebounds, and assists this season. If it wasn't for him, they'd be probably like bottom 3, bottom 5 in the NBA without Jokic. That's good off the glass. Tobias Harris banks one through. Harris been silent tonight. Just got his first basket of the game. He had 26 in game number 1. Anunoby, wide open 3 off the pass from inside to out, and Anunoby hits it. OG for 3. It's a 1-point Toronto lead. That's 3-point shot number 6 made by Toronto. Philadelphia with the ball. Green passes right baseline. Into the hands of Paul Reed. Lost the dribble. Gives it over to Danny Green on the outside. Into the hands of Milton. Milton dribbles up. Free throw circle. Milton, pump fake and Achua, passes out to the top of the key. Dribble, drive down the lane, it's Danny Green. Hook shot, missed off the side of the backboard of rebound control by Toronto. Siakam will take it up the floor, up by 1 for the Raptors, 10 minutes left to go in the second. Passes off to Anunoby, kicks it out to the wing. Fred VanVleet showing the range once again, couldn't connect on it though. Had a great look, just couldn't send another 3 down by VanVleet. Harden dribbles up the floor towards his right around the perimeter. Bounce pass into the hands to Harris. Kick out to the left wing. 3 in the air. Danny Green for the lead. He's got it. 40-38. Philadelphia by 2. This game is going back and forth. Siakam has it at the top of the key now, defended by Harden. Crossover. Drives on Harden into the paint. Siakam will draw the foul on Harden. Clock will stop at 9:26. Harden not happy about the call. He thought that he deflected that ball out of bounds, but referees say the foul call is on Harden. And it was in the shooting motion too, so this will send Siakam to the free throw line to shoot 2 shots. 9:26 left to go in the second. First shot by Pascal Siakam. He makes that one. Siakam so far has got 7. Second shot coming up by Siakam. It's up, and that one's good as well. So back to a tie game. 9:20 left to play in the second. Philadelphia with a possession. Maxey kicks out corner. 3 on its way. Danny Green drills another 3. It's 43-40 Philadelphia. Danny Green so far today. He's got 9 points. Perfect 3 of 3 from the perimeter. 9 minutes approaching the mark. Left to go in the second. Siakam, jumper, mid-range, contested. That's a tough shot by 2 defenders. Had hands up in the air. And Pascal Siakam knocks it through. Alex in the stream, welcome in. Yeah, Embiid's gone to the free throw line a bunch already. A lot of those free throws were in the first quarter. Maxey dribbles. Moves it out to the corner. 3 on its way. It's Harris. This time he's got it. A barrage of 3s dropping down by Philadelphia. Tobias Harris on the board with his first 3 of the game. 8.5 left to go before halftime. VanVleet on the outside. Passes to his right to Siakam. Edge of the Sixers logo, dribbles up to the top. Siakam drives right down the lane. Able to get past the defender. It's Harris. Harris going to pick up the fall before, though. And Harris is limping right now. Siakam attacking right down the lane on Harris. And Harris a little gimpy right now, trying to walk it off. Toronto gets the inbounds. It's VanVleet, Siakam, Achua. OG Anunoby, and then number 21, Thaddeus Young, who came into the game doubtful along with his teammate Gary Trent Jr. Both of them have played tonight, though. No Scotty Barnes. Runner off the rebound, and that is good. Coast to coast there for Tyrese Maxey. Maxey with a brilliant game. He had 38 points in game number 1 of the playoffs for the second-year player from Big Blue Nation, University of Kentucky. Van Vliet drives down the lane, swings to that left corner, able to snag it. Anunoby. Anunoby defended by Green. Left baseline dribble, bodies collide, and OG Anunoby out of control, called for the offensive foul. So Danny Green takes the charge. 7:42 left to go. Things getting intense between these two teams here in Game 2 of the series. Yeah, that's clearly a push-off right there by Anunoby. Maxey, strong take to the hole, and he scores with a left-handed layup. Swoops right past the defender by Tyrese Maxey. Number 0, the hero in game number 1. He's just getting started here. Back-to-back buckets by Tyrese in the second quarter, up to 4. We take the timeout on the floor here. 50-42 the score. We'll be back in a couple moments. Oh, yeah. Yep. I'll be streaming the finals no matter which teams are in it. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Great game so far here. Philadelphia starting to get on a run as of late. Once a tie game, has been able to put themselves up by 8 at the moment. Incredible, man. If you guys haven't already checked it out, feel free to check out my reaction video to that. I uploaded my 1-minute reaction snippet to Jason Tatum's game-winning shot from when the Nets got the inbound with 39.8 seconds left to go to when Kevin Durant missed the shot over Tatum. Al Horford got the rebound. Rest is history as Tatum, with 0.5 of a second left to go, received the pass from Smart, spin move, and scored. It was incredible finish in that game yesterday. So that is up there. It's uploaded as a clip if anybody's interested in checking it out. Absolutely incredible. Those big moments for Jason Tatum, that's huge because you won Game 1 against Kevin Durant. Marcus Smart took home the defensive MVP today. You got a lot of confidence boosters here for the Celtics now that you can't go into the next game and think that you've automatically got it. You got to keep on playing hard and keep on earning it. And hopefully they come out there and they keep on doing it because what Tatum could accomplish here in the playoffs, what he has the chance to prove is that Tatum has the chance to prove if he can beat KD and Giannis in back-to-back series, Tatum will put himself at the top of the NBA with those guys, with LeBron James, KD, Giannis, Steph Curry. That's what's on stake here for Tatum. That if you want to beat a man and catapult your way from star, all-star level to superstar level, this is the playoff series to do so. And there is no tougher schedule than what you could be going through there for the playoffs for the Celtics. Sometimes I do special live streams of other sports too. So I've covered in the past, I've covered football games, I've covered baseball. I've done in the past from time to time. I've covered a couple NASCAR races too before. It was Philadelphia who won Game 1. They won by 20. The final score was 131-111. Yes, Celtics won Game 1 against Brooklyn by 115-114. BD, welcome to the streamer, man. Yeah, things going pretty well. Welcome in Nene in the stream. Just getting started here. We got 7:33 left to go. Joel Embiid's got 19 points as we get back to action. Toronto gets the inbound left to right in the floor. They're trailing by 8. Raptors with the possession. Van Vliet receives the pass, dribbles into the key, bounce pass to the corner, deflected out of bounds by Danny Green. Unhappy about the call. And it will stay Toronto basketball. Toronto catches a break. Referees actually meeting about the call, and it will not be Toronto basketball. So the referees decide otherwise, and they have switched the call, and we got Nick Nurse's reaction on the bench about that. As we see right there, he is just with a loss of words. Maxey drives right baseline, passed it but he got stripped out of bounds off of the pass. It's going to be a foul committed by Gary Trent Jr. of Toronto. Clock will stop with 7:07 left to play. Johan, welcome to the stream here, man. I don't understand that. I'm from the U.S., so I can only do English here in the chat with you guys, but welcome to the stream. So Maxey at the free throw line shooting 2. First one is good. Second one is good as well. 52-42. Seven minutes left to go. Philadelphia 16-17 on free throws. Toronto with a possession. Siakam has it the right wing. Backs his way to the free throw circle. Siakam and Maxey gets around. Lays it up and in with a left hand. Up and in off the backboard. Amadou, welcome back to the stream. Thanks so much, man. Maxey passes on top into the hands to Harden. Harden working on Trent Jr. Crossover. Step back 3 in the air by James Harden. It's good. Harden with his first step back triple of the game. Van Vliet has it at the top of the key for Toronto. Largest deficit for the Raptors. They were up one time, 11-2 to start off the game. Now trailing by 11 as Van Vliet collides right into Paul Reed. It's going to be Reed who picks up the reaching. Game clock will stop once again. We got 6:18 left to go before half. Just more players have come alive lately for Philadelphia. Toronto struggling to get any sort of depth from their team today. Just 2 bench points for Philadelphia. 8 points off the bench so far, or 2 points off the bench by Toronto, that is. Toronto struggling to get any sort of depth. Philadelphia's got 8 points off the bench. 6:05 left to go in the second. Toronto has it, bounce pass inside, turnaround jumper, and it's through. It's Thaddeus Young who makes it for 2. Big time turnaround. Under 6 minutes remaining, Maxey driving down the lane, floats up the runner, and he is just so good here in the second quarter for Tyrese Maxey. Every single one of his points he's scored here in the second. And Maxey is up to 8. Van Vliet, jumper, around the rim missed. Rebound controlled by Embiid. Passes ahead to Maxey. Maxey gives it over to Harden. Harden on the outside, 5.5 left to go before halftime. Harden dribbles towards his left around the perimeter now as he takes it to the key. Passes outside of Green. Shot in the air. Missed the 3. And the rebound controlled by Thaddeus Young of Toronto. And they give up the pass. Poor decision by Fred VanVleet. Leads to an easy 2 with a steal. And a scoop and a score layup by James Harden. 59-46. That was just a lazy pass. Not even past midcourt right there for Toronto. Better by VanVleet. This time he gets the assist. Dumps it right over to Achua who slams it down. 5 minutes left to go before half. Philadelphia 64% from the floor in the second quarter. Gonna put up 60 plus on the board right here. Harden, kick out to the corner. 3 on its way. Harris missed the 3, and Harden is gonna get called for the offensive foul as he goes right into a Toronto defender who takes the charge. Yeah, PC in the stream. Welcome in, man. Marcus Smart got Defensive Player of the Year. Well deserved. Congrats to Marcus Smart there, as that was announced before the start of this game. Big difference maker in the Celtics turnaround to be the top defensive unit this season as Philadelphia comes up with a steal. Harris has it. Tried to take it a distance, but Toronto called in the reaching. Brycey, welcome back in from the Philippines. Glad to have you back in the stream here, man. I've actually, believe it or not, I've actually never been to an NBA game before. I want to get Celtics tickets hopefully for next season. I was trying to like the past like couple years or so, but with everything getting shut down and stuff like that. Yeah, it's been over 2 years since I've been to a college game too. I last went to a college game at Rhode Island. I went there. They were in the NCAA tournament bubble 2 years ago when they lost to St. Louis, and that was the year that the tournament didn't happen. But that day when I went there, it was like URI was the last team in the play-in, and St. Louis was the first team out, and then St. Louis came to URI and they beat them. So we go in a timeout, 4:30 left to go before halftime. Philadelphia taking advantage here in quarter number 2, 27-15, as they got multiple players starting to come alive here in the scoring column. Step up as Embiid stuck at 19. Hasn't played that much in the second here, getting some rest on the bench, but other players stepping up. James Harden's got 10. Tyrese Maxey's been a big benefit here in the second quarter. He's got 8 by Tyrese Maxey, all in the second quarter. Danny Green's got 9 points, made 3 threes so far. Tobias Harris up to 5. Fred VanVleet has 12 for Toronto. Fred VanVleet with 15 for Toronto, 12 by Pascal Siakam, and 10 points by OG Anunoby. So right now we're just in a timeout. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, and glad to have you guys back here on the channel. It's been a really good game so far. Philadelphia was trailing to the start of this game. Toronto up 11-2. And now Philadelphia up by 11 themselves. But we were tied back and forth for quite a bit of time, around the 20s and the 30s. Ethan, what's good? Welcome in here, man. Aaron, back on the stream. Welcome in. Oh, yeah, definitely remember you. Each and every time. Also, tipping off will be the Jazz and the Mavs. We'll update you guys with that score as this game goes throughout the course, little by little. We'll keep you guys posted there. My last name is Lopez. So my father's side of the family is actually from Mexico. My mom's side of the family came from the Azores. Marlon, thanks so much for joining in, man. Just waiting to get back to action here. We got 4:30 left to go before halftime. Yeah, I took Toronto in 7. I think the injuries here, looking back at my prediction, the injuries have been tough for Toronto. Gary Trent Jr., he didn't do the on-court shoot-around today. Gary Trent Jr. started. He's yet to score. He's only played 7 minutes so far. Yeah, Gus Johnson, first time covering an NBA playoff game. This is awesome. So they got him now for TNT games for the playoffs. Philadelphia will get the inbound. They have Harden, Harris, Maxey, Embiid, and Green. The 5 on the floor currently for the Sixers. Inbound goes to Harris. Turnaround jumper over VanVleet. Missed the shot off the back rim. VanVleet comes out with a defensive rebound. VanVleet, step back 3 in the air over Maxey. Comes out well short. Rebound control by Harris of Philadelphia. 4 minutes left to go before halftime. Harris driving right down the lane. Heavy contact and a foul call. And this will be on Toronto, I believe. It's going to be assessed to Gary Trent Jr., who he has had another tough game today for GTJ. And that is Trent's 4th personal foul. So that's number 4. He's played 7 minutes. He's picked up 4 fouls and no points. And he came into today, didn't even do the shoot-around because he was dealing with an illness. And then announced that he was available right before the game for Gary Trent Jr. And this is not a good sign here. He just picked up his 4th personal foul. He's yet to make any sort of impact. So So they're looking at this foul call right now. This is going to be a challenge by Toronto on the call. Tobias Harris drove right into Trent Jr. And it's an unsuccessful challenge by the Raptors. Nick Nurse cannot believe it right now. He is absolutely ballistic about this call that they didn't reverse the challenge. Philadelphia fans right behind them are loving it. And it's just not a good side right here. Gary Trent Jr. has 4 fouls in only 7 minutes, and we're not even at halftime currently. Yeah, I've definitely thought about it. It takes so much time though to like get there and stuff like that. As far as like, cause I've seen like the stuff you need for the job experience. It's crazy. Like it says like 20 plus years of experience for a lot of like the professional teams. That's the crazy part about things. Like I saw postings for college teams and they were like must have at least 5 years of Division I collegiate level experience to get like another commentator position, which is crazy. One out of the 2 free throws at the line went through for Philly. 60-48 to score. 3:45 left to go. Tomorrow I'll be back for Heat versus Hawks, as that will be a slam dunk right at the rim by Siakam. Really needed that for Toronto. 3:30 left to go before halftime. Harden receives the pass. Ooh, leans in with a shoulder. They're going to count it on Toronto again, though. Harden clearly drove in and lowered the left shoulder of Malachi Flynn, and they called a foul on Malachi Flynn. And this will send Harden to the free throw line. There's been a large majority of calls against Toronto right now. They're only down by 10. Harden, first free throw, good. Philadelphia with 8 personal fouls. Toronto with 14. And Gary Trent Jr.'s got 4. And then 3 by Anunoby. 2 each by Siakam, Birch, and Flynn. As Harden makes them both. And Philadelphia is just going through the free throws here. Just ripping them through. 19 of 21. That's 90% at the free throw line. And Embiid went 11 of 12 in the first quarter at the free throw line. As we have another foul. This is picked up by Philly. I get the Celtics in game number 2. Raptors will get the inbound down by 12. They give it over to Achua. I'm probably going to do whatever the games are on at 7 or 7:30, because that's when my like time zone lines up and stuff, because the Suns got all the late night games. So unfortunately, I probably won't be able to do the Suns that much for the first series, because they're on late. I'm on East Coast time. They're on West Coast time. And Embiid gets stripped underneath the rim. It goes out of bounds, so it'll stay Philadelphia possession. 62-50. Victoria, welcome back to the stream. Philadelphia looking to inbound. Harden, bounce pass down low. Harris moves it out to the corner. 3 on its way. Green off the front rim. Tipped over to Maxey, though, for the offensive rebound. Maxey passes to his left into the hands of Harden. Lob over the top. It's Harris. Harris called it a push-off. That's an offensive foul by Philadelphia. So it's a turnover by the Sixers. Harris pushing off on Flynn, getting the entry pass down low. Toronto, see if they can cut it at 2 or get a 2. They cut it at 10. If they make a 3, they cut it at 9. Van Vliet takes a 3 and he missed it. Van Vliet started out strong from 3 and now he's gone cold. 2:25 left to go before halftime. Harden towards his right around the perimeter, defended by Achua, lobs into the hands of Embiid. Embiid double team, bounce pass behind his back, sets up Harris, left baseline dribble. Harris out to the corner, over to Embiid. Step back 3 in the air by Embiid. Skidded off the right side of the rim, deflected. Achua, far side of the floor, comes out with a defensive rebound. Achua off to the races, puts up a shot that goes underneath the rim. Deflected though, and it goes out of bounds. So Achua catches a break there. I thought that did not look like it was tipped, but he was lucky. The officials say that it was tipped. Toronto gets the inbound. 2 minutes left to go before halftime. Van Vliet open, corner three, and they were dropping earlier, and now they're not. Fred Van Vliet, he is stuck at 15 points. Started out the game 4 of 5 from three-point range. He is now 4 of 10, missing the last 5 threes. Oh, it's an incredible man. With Jason Tatum's game winner yesterday. We're going to take the time out here. 1:53 left to go before halftime. It's Philadelphia 62, Toronto 50. Hey, best of luck there to Marlon today. Putting some big cash in Philly for this game. If you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe right now. We're just on a timeout currently. $19 points by Joel Embiid. Is yet to score, though, in the second quarter. He had all 19 in the first. 12 points by James Harden. Philadelphia winning inside on the glass in this game. 19-12 in favor of the Sixers. And they're 19-21 at the free throw line. Yeah, Kyrie dropped down 39. He was unbelievable yesterday for Kyrie. It will be joy and elation of that Celtics game winner yesterday. Because if you're looking back to the last couple months, Marcus Smart probably decides to take that shot, and he misses the shot. And the Celtics go down and lose game one. But Marcus Smart makes the pass, and Jason Tatum scores. How everything worked with 5/10 remaining when the ball left the hand from Tatum as Van Vliet goes the distance here. That was something special, how everything just worked out in that favor. Van Vliet finally up to 17. Yeah, Kyrie, just unfortunate. Jumper, good by Maxey. He knows how to take over a game. Tyrese Maxey, every single one of his points that he scored today has been in quarter number 2. He is up to 11. 1:10 left to go before halftime. Toronto with the ball. Siakam has to the left wing perimeter. Hands it off to Anunoby. Anunoby passes out to the logo into the hands of Van Vliet. Dribbles up to the free throw circle. Van Vliet pump fake, mid-range, high arcing shot, missed off the rim, tipped off the glass. Offensive rebound Achua. One dribble, puts it up in too strong. Off the glass, offensive rebound Flynn. Back outside of Van Vliet, shoots a 3. Missed off the front rim. Another offensive rebound Achua. Over to Van Vliet, lines it up, and that is not good. Van Vliet way off the mark on a wide open 3. Bodies collide in the post, and Toronto called on another foul, banging up James Harden. The clock will stop with 38 seconds. Fred Van Vliet, so many opportunities, and he has just gone stone cold from 3, and Harden is down here. He needs a moment. Harden might have got hit in the spot that you don't want to get hit in, as Harden needs a moment right now. Heavy contact. Just taking it off the drive on Anunoby. Ooh, big collision. Sandwich between Anunoby and Achua. And right next to him was Embiid, who fell down as well. Yeah, Harden got sandwiched in between Achua and Anunoby. And Embiid fell down right next to him. Harden needs a moment. Harden's going to shoot 2 free throws. 38 seconds left to go in the second. First shot good by Harden. Yep, I plan on covering game number 2. Yeah, I actually don't have lacrosse on Wednesday because I had it last Wednesday. They play the following Wednesday, though, so I think it's game 4 I probably won't have, unfortunately, for the series because I'm out that day announcing lacrosse. Second one's good. 15-point lead. Harden up to 14. Game slipping away from the Raptors. Siakam, Euro step. Nice move to the hole. Couldn't get the layup, though. Too tall off the glass. Siakam's going to make that. He had a clear path, and then it closed up late. Contested from behind by Embiid. 15 seconds remaining. Harden. Edge of the midcourt logo. Shot clock, 1 second differential. Shot clock and game clock. Harden. Defended by Van Vliet. Dribbles towards his left. Switch by Flynn. 3 seconds remaining. Harden. Step back three in the air. Comes out well short. Achua. Defensive rebound. And we close out and go into halftime. 67-52. Philadelphia by 15 as we close out going to half. Free throws, free throws, free throws. Philadelphia making as many as possible. They are 91% at the free throw line. They're 21-23 on free throws today. I had chicken soup for dinner. 19 points by Joel Embiid. All 19 points were scored in the first quarter. 14 points by James Harden. 11 points all scored in the second by Tyrese Maxey. 3 players with double figures for Philadelphia. Toronto also with 3 players double figures. Fred VanVleet, 17 points. Though he has gone stone cold second quarter. Started out the game 4 for 5 from 3. He has missed the last 7 straight 3-point shots for Fred VanVleet. 14 points by Pascal Siakam. And then 10 points by OG Anunoby. Just Philadelphia making the most out of their opportunities. And they're just lighting it up. What's been the problem is that Toronto has had the looks. They just can't make them. Toronto's gone cold. Philadelphia has been hot. Philadelphia 56% in that first half. Toronto at 43% in half number 1. Oh, it doesn't shock me there. Kyrie had some gestures that will not be repeated in that game number 1. Oh, geez. Sorry to hear that, Andrew. Sending my thoughts and prayers out to your friend right there. Hopefully he's able to come through, man. That's terrible. It's terrible, man. Yeah, I don't really have that much fast food. If I do have fast food, it's probably Taco Bell or Wendy's, but I try to limit my fast food to like once every like 3-4 months, usually. Yeah, I had chicken soup for dinner. Thanks so much for Marlon joining in from New York over here. Glad to have you guys in the stream. Yeah, I try to like avoid fast food as much as possible. Like ever since I was younger, when I watched that movie Super Size Me. Yep, of course I saw the Will Smith slap. Quick update in the Mavs Jazz game. Dallas is leading right now without Luka, 14-6. Jalen Brunson has scored 11 points so far in the first 5 minutes. So we'll keep you guys posted on that score as Dallas and Utah have currently started. Tomorrow I plan on covering one game. It's going to be the Hawks versus the Heat. That game will tip off at 7:30 Eastern time tomorrow. And also, thanks so much all for voting in the poll. Looks like the Sixers took the poll today. 64-36. Yes, I think the Celtics can win it all. They get a tough schedule to do so. Going up against KD and Giannis, but if Jason Tatum wants to put himself at the top of the superstardom right there and join the table, this is the prime time to do so. I got Celtics and Heat Celtics and Suns. Yeah, Celtics and Suns in the finals. Wow. So Embiid and Harden, they've combined for 33 of the 67 so far in that first half. Embiid didn't even need a score in the second quarter. He got all 19 in the first quarter. Yeah, it's an incredible turnaround. I haven't witnessed something like that before in basketball. I've seen that done before in other sports. Last year, the Atlanta Braves. A couple of years ago, the Washington Nationals did it too, that those two teams just turned around their season. Because, yeah, last year, in the NL East, there was, like, no clear-cut favorite. Like, it was wide open for the whole season, and then the Braves just broke through late in the season, and they never looked back. I remember the Nationals were 18-31 when they won the World Series that year. They completely turned it around and won it. But in basketball, it's much tougher to do. Whereas, like, I feel like baseball and hockey, it's more, like, wide open to, like, make adjustments and turn around your season. Oh, yeah, I just put it through. Malika, welcome on the stream. Yeah, so the poll went through early for the release of the results, looks like, today. Yeah, what a start for Brunson. Welcome and Goody in the stream. Thanks so much for the update there, man. So Dallas is up over Utah 14-6. Jalen Brunson 11 points in 5 minutes. Ooh, good question. What sport hardest to repeat? It's probably hockey out of like the four main sports. Because hockey games are just so wide open. And like a couple bounces can go like the other team's way. In hockey, I feel like. Yeah, that's huge for Dallas to get them back into the series, and then who knows what's going to happen to Luka in game number 3. From what I heard, it's pretty bad for that calf strain by Luka. It's all about days of rest here when it comes to playoff time. So Dallas plays today, playing right now, and then this is huge for Dallas. They don't play until Thursday, which Toronto and Philadelphia, they're back on the floor on Wednesday. So Dallas gets an extra day. That is massive there for the Mavs, that they got an extra day. So the series switches over to Utah on Thursday. If Dallas can take one at home, that is huge. I took Philadelphia in this one. I took them by 10, 118-108. The line for this game was Philadelphia by 7.5 for the point spread. So right now we're just at halftime here. Joel Embiid took over the first quarter. Tyrese Maxey taking over the second quarter. And James Harden has been solid through 2 quarters combined so far. with him. Embiid got all 19 points in the first quarter. Maxey scored all 11 of his points in the second quarter. And James Harden has mixed and matched. He's got 14 total, the number 2 scorer behind Embiid. It's just Toronto was winning this game early. They were up 11-2 because they were making their threes. And they were in a back-and-forth game into the 30s because they had made their threes, staying right with it, right with Philly. And then Fred VanVleet missed the last 7 straight in a row from behind the arc. And Philadelphia started to make their threes. Danny Green came into the game, has made 3 threes for Green with 9 points. They made 8 as a team for threes, 6 made threes by Toronto. The Raptors have just gone cold. Philadelphia's been unstoppable here at 56%. Ooh, Miami or Philly? Good question. I'm going to go Miami in that one. I think that's going to be a close series. I really like the depth of the Heat. What they have in their defense. Yeah, so we're just waiting to get back to the second half in a little bit here in this game. Hopefully tomorrow I hope to be back covering the Heat against the Hawks in game number 2 of that series. Hopefully much closer than yesterday's game. That's the game I plan on covering for tomorrow. And then I'm hoping on covering game 2 of the Celtics versus the Nets. Get your popcorn out for that one. It should be another dandy for game 2. Quick checkup on the Mavs against Jazz game. Utah's starting to come back, 21-18 in Dallas. Jalen Brunson's got 15 of the 21 points. And Luka did not start. He did not play today for Luka, so he's out for game number 2. So it looks like Luka actually warmed up. Didn't play, though, due to that calf strain. If he does get back on the court, starts to feel healthy, then Dallas is going to take over that series. So this is big news coming up for Dallas, that they got an extra day in there to the next game of the series, because usually they go every other day. That's what they had been doing in the bubble back from 2 years ago. They had gone every other day because they had to speed up the whole season from August to October. But now they put on the schedule here, they put an extra day of rest sometimes in there. So Toronto and Philly, their next game is on Wednesday. But Dallas and Utah, their next game is on Thursday, which those games are going on at the moment, both of those games. When Philadelphia and Toronto play game number 3, Boston and Brooklyn and Chicago and Milwaukee are only starting game number 2. That Sixers-Raptors series is going to be a game ahead on Wednesday, then two other series games. So we should be coming back in a couple moments from now. If you guys are doing a stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Thanks so much all for joining in here, being a part in the channel today once again on these streams. Right now it's 9 o'clock where I am. Not all the playoff games, cause sometimes I'll be like out or like busy or so. I get the Celtics to win the East. So here we go. Start to the third quarter. 67-52. Philadelphia up by 15. Top of the key. Embiid has it. Sixers go left to right in the floor. Embiid hands it off to Harden. Dribbles. Floats it up over the top for Embiid. He throws it down with a right-handed alley-oop jam. What a way to start off the third by Philly. First possession out for the Raptors. Van Vliet passes out to his left to Siakam. Siakam gives it over to Van Vliet towards his left. Dribbles up to the left elbow. Siakam bounce pass. Down low, it goes back to Siakam. Turnaround off the spin. Missed at the rim. Rebound Embiid. Puts the ball into the hands to Harden. Now outside, it goes over to Maxey. Maxey at the top of the key. Passes to his right in the perimeter to Harden. Harden has the ball defended by Van Vliet. 1-on-1 as we start off quarter number 3. Harden dribbles, attacks. His pass deflected in traffic. And a steal picked up by Siakam. Down low to Siakam. Turn around. Couldn't get it. And he pushes off too. It's going to be an offensive foul charge to Pascal Siakam as he pushes off that is Joel Embiid. He pushed off at the rim. Crusher with these falls tonight for Toronto. And that's Siakam's third. $10:54 left to go in the third as we're just getting started here to the second half. Top of the key Embiid. Hands it off to Harden at the perimeter. Gives it outside to Maxey. Lobs it over to Embiid. Embiid has it at the right baseline. Embiid passes on top. It's Maxey. Shoots the three. Too strong off the back rim. Rebound control by Toronto. Raptors in trouble. Down by 17. Toronto has a low block. Back on the top. Siakam makes the pass to Trent Jr. Gary Trent Jr. dribbles up to the free throw circle. 15-foot jump shot. Blocked from behind. Offensive rebound. Siakam couldn't score there at the rim either. Just giving up here by Toronto, struggling to get on the break. Missed three by Green. Offensive rebound, Maxey. He's hustling back outside of Harden. Shoots a three around the rim and out, no good. Had the looks, couldn't make the shots that time around for Philadelphia. 2 minutes through the third. And Harden comes up with a steal. Here they go, 3-on-1 fast break. Harden, pass ahead. Tobias Harris throws it down with a right-handed flush. 71-52, 9:45 left to go in the third. As we have a fall call here, it's picked up on Philly. The game clock will stop with 9:35. Inbound for Toronto. Toronto gives it on the outside to Anunoby. Anunoby turns the corner, down at the left block. Anunoby lost the basketball, gets it back though. Anunoby turnaround, grazed off the front rim, and the rebound controlled by Philadelphia. Embiid shovels it off to Harris. Harris gives it over to Harden, top of the key, off to Embiid. Embiid at the left elbow, pump fake. Right on Anunoby, takes the jumper, missed off the rim, rebound controlled by Siakam. 9 minutes left to go in the third. Lob over the top, too tall on the alley-oop opportunity. Down the lane, though. Boucher able to get the bucket. And Philadelphia with a quick three right up the floor again, 74-54. Tobias Harris made a three. He's got 11. Top of the key, it's Toronto. Raptors have it with Siakam. 10 on the shot clock. Pass out to his left to Achua. Achua, spin move. Lost the ball, and Toronto is giving it up right now. With Achua gets called in the reach in. It goes back to Philadelphia. He reaches in on Embiid. Jason, welcome to the stream once again. Gilly, welcome back in, man. Just this one game tonight I'll be covering. Yeah, this game was good to start, but then Toronto just completely just fell apart here, like in the second quarter and beyond. Harden takes up the floor. We have 8:10 left to go in the third. Moves over to Maxey, now into the hands of Embiid. Embiid at the left elbow. Back outside of Maxey. Shoots the three around the rim and out. Boucher comes up with a defensive board. Over to Siakam. They're down by 20. Largest deficit. Siakam passes out to Boucher. Three-point shot on its way. That misses short. All these shots by Toronto lately are missing short. Harden has at the top of the key, defended by Siakam. Harden dribbles up, drives down the lane, kick out to the right corner. Danny Green, three in the air, couldn't connect. Nobody can make a shot right now. 7.5 left to go in the third. Siakam passes to the left corner. Anunoby. Left baseline dribble. Weaves his way right into the paint, and he scores. Gets past Harden and Harris. So 7:15 left to go. OG Anunoby up to 12 points now for the Raptors. Yeah, Mavs looking good so far early on. It's a tie game currently, 24-24 against Utah, but Dallas was leading early. Turnaround, Harris, mid-range, he's got it. Up by 20 again, they go for Philly. This Toronto shot just not falling tonight, struggling to finish at the rim, making layups. And Fred VanVleet's gone cold from the outside. He's missed the last 7 threes. Takes one, and he cannot line it up. He's left wide open from the top of the key and couldn't get it to go. Maxey attacking right to the rim, and Maxey draws the foul. So it's going to be 2 shots coming up at the line for Tyrese Maxey, but before, we will take a timeout here as we go to it. 6:39 remaining. Sixers on fire right now. It was Toronto that came out with all the energy, and just Philadelphia just took that energy right from them with the second quarter that Philadelphia played, and that's been a difference maker. 35-19 in quarter number 2. And Philadelphia's cold too in the third, but Toronto just can't make a shot. We're almost midway through the third, and we only got 13 combined points. .21 points by Joel Embiid. He's got 11 rebounds. 14 points by James Harden. 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. 2 of the 7 blocks, by the way, for Philly tonight. 13.7 rebounds by Tobias Harris. 11 points by Tyrese Maxey. And he's got 5 assists. So just 4 players having solid games today once again for Philadelphia. It's been like that in the whole series so far, that those main 4 have gone off. And then 17 by VanVleet, 12 points by Anunoby, 14 by Siakam for Toronto. VanVleet, though, had 15 early in the first quarter. He's only scored two points in the last, 17 minutes for VanVleet. And he's played 29 minutes, so he's played, the whole game, basically, tonight on the floor. Jason, you're the legend here, brother. Let's get that Dono hype on the stream from my man, Jason. Yep, he's got the chat rolls out here on the stream. Yeah, great times here, man. Incredible times when we have to put the chat into slow mode. Looking forward to those games coming up down the stretch. Once we get into deeper playoff games, I think we're gonna have to be going back to slow mode quite a bit, because that's what happened in the March Madness tournament. Is that once we got into the Sweet 16, Elite 8, I had to go into slow mode quite a bit. If you guys are doing the stream, make sure to hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, helps out the channel a ton. Also, big congrats here. Marcus Smart wins Defensive Player of the Year. That was announced earlier today. So right there, Marcus Smart has led the Celtics defensive force, catapulting their team up to the top defensive team in all the NBA this season. Well-deserved for Marcus Smart. Wins his first ever Defensive Player of the Year award. And he's got Defensive Player First Team back in 2019-2020. All he needed was the Defensive Player of the Year award, and he's got it today, so that is awesome. Hey, there we go. We got the good old slow mode back in. Haven't done that in like a month or so since the tournament. But we got the good old 8-second slow mode right there for Kobe in this one. Which Jason Tatum had Kobe-like qualities yesterday. Heart of a lion in that game. Both of the free throws are good at the line for Maxey. 22-point lead for Philly. Tyrese Maxey with 13 points now. Top of the key, it's Anunoby. He's defended by Danny Green. Backs his way to the free throw circle. Step back jumper. 17-footer around the rim, and it goes in by OG. 78-58. 6:15 left to go in the third. Harden hands it off to Harris. Passes out right corner. Harden gives it over to Embiid. Top of the free throw circle. Embiid towards his right at the right elbow. Hands it off now to Harden around the outside. Bounce pass. Embiid has it mid-block. Embiid backs his way on Achua. Turn around. Right baseline. Short, and it's good. Knocks it down by Joel Embiid. Right from that right block there. 80-58. Embiid's got 23. Top player in the game. 5:40 left to go in the third. On the outside, it's Anunoby. Anunoby backs his way on Green, moves it out to his left to Siakam. Siakam, jumper, deep two, missed off the front rim, pinwheels around, offensive rebound, Boucher. Back out to Van Vliet, shovels it over to Anunoby. Van Vliet, extra pass made to the wing. 3 on his way, Boucher missed off the mark, tipped out of bounds, last touch by Achua. Yeah, I think right now it's all mental with Fred Van Vliet, that he's missed, I think it's 8 straight 3-point shots in a row by Fred Van Vliet. He started out 4 or 5 from the outside, and he has gone ever since now 4 of 13 total in the game. So that is 8 straight misses in a row from 3 by Van Vliet. He had an open 3, and instead of taking the 3, he passed on the 3, and he made the extra pass to the wing where Boucher missed the 3, and Embiid passes back door. That pass, too much mustard on it, goes out of bounds. Yeah, Horford had a great game yesterday. He had the final game rebound off of the Durant miss. Not many people are talking about the Durant miss, but Kevin Durant has missed the same exact shot, basically, fading away from the top of the key. Missed that for the win in overtime against Milwaukee Game 7. And then he missed the jumper in the regular season game last time they took on the Bucks a couple weeks ago. And then missed it off the back rim against Tatum being the defender. 82-58. Embiid bullies his way into the post. Kicks it out to the corner. 3 on its way. Thigh ball. Missed off the front rim. Toronto comes out with a defensive rebound. It's Siakam. Siakam passes out to the top. It's Van Vliet. Van Vliet has it the left wing perimeter. He's yet to make a 3 in the last 8 attempts. Van Vliet, 4 of 13 in the game from 3. Dribbles at the free throw circle. Bounce pass out to the right side. Over to Van Vliet and didn't take the 3 again. Makes the extra pass. Boucher is way off the mark. That's Achua who's way off the mark on the 3. Couldn't get back defensively, and that is good. Up and in. Matisse Thybulle for 2 more. Things getting easy here for Philadelphia. 84-58 as Toronto just looks gassed right now. And a timeout taken on the floor. Fred VanVleet seems like he's got like no confidence here in the second half for him. Like he's lost all his confidence. Passing up on multiple three-point shot attempts, making passes to the corner to the big man both of the time. Achua was the last one who missed the three, and that was just well off balance. He was wide open. He just takes an off-balance three at the corner. And then before that, it was Boucher who missed the three. These shots are just way off the mark. Toronto 6 of 21 from three, and most of those threes were made in the first quarter. I think they made five of those threes in the first quarter. They've yet to hit a three in the last, 18 minutes in this game, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, my day's been going pretty well today. Yeah, I think that the Sixers team, that was when I was a sophomore in college, I think. I think that was 2015. Yeah, I think that was the worst one I've ever seen. Yeah, Vancouver had some pretty bad teams. And Charlotte when they were the Bobcats, too. Because they were an expansion team. Blackout rules for the playoffs on NBA TV. I think they do. If you're from the Memphis area, I think they do. If that game's on NBA TV. Yeah, so that game's on NBA TV tomorrow. So I think they have blackout there if you're from Tennessee or Minnesota. I think they have blackout rules against that. Because yeah, if the Celtics were on NBA TV, I wouldn't be able to get it here because the blackout restrictions that they have. I actually don't have that channel anyway because that's a premium channel. So I don't get that channel to have access through it. Most of the games they put on NBA TV are Dallas and Utah that they have going on. So they have them right now going on, and they have them again on Thursday. Which Dallas was going strong, and now Dallas has fallen apart. 32-27 Utah with under 8 minutes left to go in the second. Dallas with just 3 points scored in the first 4 minutes of the second quarter. Here we got Philadelphia outscoring Toronto 17-6 with 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the third. Just 6 points by Toronto in the first 7 minutes and 50 seconds of the third quarter. They have to do much better offensively. Yeah, I think the broadcast restrictions, it's just for NBA TV. If you're from the local area, for those NBA TV games, I think. So Dallas and Utah right now on NBA TV. So if you're from the Dallas area or from the state of Utah, I think that they're subject to blackout restrictions on NBA TV. I think that still occurs even if it's in the playoffs, I believe. I used to get that last season with some of the Celtics games. Some of the Celtics games went through, but last season some of the games got blacked out. But this year was much better. None of the games got blacked out for me this season. Yeah, Toronto just can't make a shot as that gets blocked out of bounds by Boucher, denying Milton. Clock will stop with 3:30. This has been a beatdown. And Toronto was doing so well early on. They played a great 5 minutes of basketball to start off the game, and then after that, they just went cold. Corner three, it's good. By Joel Embiid off the turnaround, 87-60. Mike, welcome back to the stream. Yeah, this game is, the biggest lead is right here. Philadelphia by 27 at the moment. This is the largest lead of the game. 3 at the wing, that is well short. Anunoby missed the slam dunk by Boucher. Philadelphia came up with a rebound. It's going to be called a goaltend, though, as Joel Embiid got his hand from behind. So they will count the slam dunk by Boucher for 2 off the goaltend, the referees call it. Doc Rivers unhappy about that call right there, though. He thought that Embiid clearly blocked that ball before it was over the cylinder. Toronto shooting 31% in the quarter. Philadelphia is at 50%. Yeah, this is not a good sign for Philly. They need to get healthy. 5 in the shot clock for Embiid. Embiid, left baseline. Moves it outside to Niang. Niang will have to take a 3, and that will be an air ball. So the shot clock goes off. Shot clock violation by Philly. .240 left to go in the third in a lopsided game number 2. Top of the key, Toronto. They move it over to Siakam at the left elbow. Siakam open, takes the jumper, makes it. That's one of the very few open jumpers that Toronto has made. Embiid receives the pass. Top of the key by Embiid, defended by Birch, hands it off to Milton. Passes to his left to Maxey. Maxey left baseline, gives it over to Embiid on the outside. Embiid gives it off to Maxey. Maxey dribbles, drives, bursts the speed right down the lane. Heavy contact right there. It's going to be an offensive foul. As Tyrese Maxey goes down, and Maxey is down in the hardwood, and Embiid is stretching out his right elbow, and Maxey is hurt. Maxey is hurt right now for Philadelphia. Absorbing contact. Has to need a moment. Embiid's going to go to the bench too. Embiid is hurt with like his right arm towards like the elbow area. Maxey is still down, stretching out his shoulder. So Maxey went straight hard right into a pick down the lane that Toronto took the charge, and Embiid collided with Siakam, and Siakam knocked into Embiid's right arm. So 2 injuries by Philadelphia, something to be monitored here as the clock will stop. We're going to head to a timeout. Maxey was still trying to get up off the court. JB, welcome to Streamer, man. Yeah, that's completely right there. Welcome in, Nick, on the stream. Seems like, from the takeaways so far from this, that Philadelphia certainly wants revenge. Just, you need guys to step up in this game for Toronto, and that has just not been the case tonight for the Raptors. Fred VanVleet was going off in the first quarter, and then he just stopped scoring. And, like, last 2 quarters, it just seems like he's lost confidence. Like, he won't even shoot the ball. He just passes to his teammates when he's been left open for shots. Oh, this is a good sign to see for Philadelphia. Tyrese Maxey comes right back into the game, gets the rebound, and he scores coast to coast as we come back from the timeout. 1:45 left to go in the third. Right baseline dribble to the hole, and that is Siakam for 2. Count the bucket. Embiid's being checked out right now on the bench. Great move. Great job by Maxey to come right back into the game. Get the rebound and take it all the way coast to coast. After he took some time to get up. Hey, thanks so much, JB, for joining in, man. Siakam shooting 1 at the free throw line, and his shot falls short. Rebound controlled by Paul Reed of Philadelphia. 1:35 left to go in the third. They go Maxey, Reed, Niang, Thibault, and Milton, the 5 on the floor currently for Philly. At the right wing, it is Thibault. Gives it over to the left corner. Niang makes the pass to Thibault. Takes the 3. He's got it from the outside. It's 92-66. Score correction here. They made a bucket right before that, too. Minute 10 left to go. This game is an absolute blowout. Anunoby backs his way. Looking about a mid-range shot. Moves it over to Malachi Flynn, though. Back out on top. OG dribbles up. 1 in the shot clock. Forces up a prayer. He banks it. Multiple hands in the face there in the key. Had to send up something, and a wild shot went down by Anunoby. 50 seconds left to go in the third. Thibault bounce past top of the key, Paul Reed. Reed hands it off to Maxey. Dribbles towards his left. Has it now at the top, defended by Birch one-on-one. Maxey. Step back three in the air, straight away. Oh, he hits it. Tyrese Maxey with a 3-ball. Maxey up to 18 points, 6 boards, 7 assists with another big game by him tonight. Drive kick to the corner. 3 on his way by Birch, who sinks it home for Toronto. A long way back in this one, though, for the Raptors. 20 seconds left to go in the third. Philadelphia will slow it down with Maxey. Shot clock down. Shot clock with a 3-second differential between game clock. Shot clock down to 8, game clock 11. Left corner. Thibault makes the pass to Niang. Niang with 3 in the shot clock. Niang lost control of the basketball. Stolen away by Anunoby. Near side of the floor. Dribbles, attacks right to the hole, and he scores with 1.5 seconds left to go for OG. Full court shot comes up short by Philadelphia. As we close out the end of the third quarter, 95-73. Philadelphia by 22. If you guys are new in the stream here, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. This game's been all Philadelphia from when we got into the 30s ever since. As it was close to the beginning of this game, but Philadelphia's just exploded. Joel Embiid had a solid first quarter, dropped down 19 in the first for Embiid. Maxey came storming in the second quarter for Maxey. He's got 18 currently, number 2 scorer behind Embiid, who's got 28, along with 11 rebounds. 14 points by James Harden. 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks for Harden. 13 points by Tobias Harris. The emergence of Maxey in these playoffs has taken the load out of Harden. That Harden doesn't need to do so much scoring. Harden's only attempted 7 shots tonight. 13 shots attempted by Embiid. 9 shots attempted by Danny Green and Tyrese Maxey. Green's made 3 threes. And then Harden's attempted 7. Harris has attempted 7. So Harden is tied for 4th in the team with 7 attempted shots. Yeah, I thought that Maxey would get most improved player of the year. Maxey just rocketed this season. He went from averaging 7 points per game to 18, but his name hasn't really been in the conversation for like most improved player of the year. It's too bad. Yeah, just gonna check up on that Mavs Jazz game. The Jazz have the lead now, 44-30 or 44-40 over Dallas. Dallas just made a 3, so the score just changed. 44-43. Utah by 1 with 3:10 left to go before halftime. That's a low-scoring game. Jalen Brunson has almost half of the points for Dallas. He's got 21 of the 43. And Donovan Mitchell's got 16 for Utah. Yeah, so these are some of the names at the top of the odds for most improved player of the year. John Morant, DeMar DeRozan, Darius Garland, DeJounte Murray, DeAnthony Melton, Jordan Poole, which I think has made a really good case to take it, Miles Bridges, Desmond Bane, and then Tyrese Maxey. So there's 8 guys on this odds list, so according to Betting Pros. So there's 8 guys that's higher than Maxey on that list, which is crazy because Maxey is scoring 11 points greater than he did last season on average. So we get back to action here. It'll be Toronto right to left on the floor. There you go. Malachi Flynn puts the ball into the hands of Siakam. It's Flynn, Siakam, Van Vliet, Kem Birch, and Chris Boucher to start off the fourth. As we have a quick whistle. And the clock will stop with 11:49 left to play. Philadelphia goes with Green, Harden, Milton, Harris, and Paul Reed. Embiid currently on the bench. He'll probably stay there as Philadelphia's up by a bunch. Oh, they got the score wrong. That's why. Okay. So score correction once again. The TNT scoreboard got the score wrong. It's a 24-point lead for Philadelphia. Yeah, that's why I thought that somebody had like shaved the bucket. It was from the TNT scoreboard there. So it's even a greater lead by Philly. So it's 95-71. They had the score wrong going in to the end of the third. Top of the key, Harden. Harden, crossover, working on Birch, one-on-one. 2 in the shot clock. Harden dribbles, floats up the runner. Missed off the rim, battle for the rebound, pulled down by Siakam. Toronto, gotta go if they want to cut into the deficit. Siakam puts up the shot, missed off the front rim. Rebound control by Harris. Siakam's missing a lot of easy shots today. He's 7 of 20 from the floor. Missing mid-range shots, missing layups. It's just been that type of game for Toronto. It's been that type of series that they just can't finish right at the rim. Can't make a three for like 3 quarters in a row. They haven't been able to make a single three. They haven't made a single three in like over 25 minutes. It feels like. I think besides one of them. Yeah, they made a three like 5 or 6 minutes ago in the game. That's the only one. So they made 1 3. That's right. It's because they made 5 threes at the end of the first quarter. They've only made 7 total in the game right now. So they made 2 threes ever since that stretch. So 2 threes made in like a 30-minute span, which is crazy. You can't get anything done if that happens. Right baseline dribble. Toronto underneath. Missed the shot. Boucher able to get it back, though, off the deflection, and he scores off the putback. $10:20 remaining. Philadelphia with the ball. Pick set by Paul Reed. Opens up Harden's drive attempt here. We get a whistle again. It's going to be called on Siakam. The game clock will stop. 10:19 remaining. James Harden tonight, he's got himself 14 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. And Siakam assessed the technical fouls. This will send Harden to the line. And Harden missed the free throw. So Siakam's going to check out of the game. We see Scotty Barnes in the bench. He's in a walking boot right now for Scotty Barnes. Got injured in game number 1. Left the game due to a foot injury as Embiid driving on him. Stepped on his foot. And did not play today. Hoping to get Scotty Barnes back for the next game. But not a good sign of the bench on a walking boot right now. At the corner. Pass received by Green. Has to float up a wild shot. And Danny Green steps out of bounds. So his back foot at the baseline corner perimeter. Toronto gets the basketball back. 10 minutes left to go. 24-point lead. Van Vliet takes up the floor. He has yet to score in over 12 minutes. Van Vliet, dribble handoff. Up to the elbow, defended by Reed now. Back around the perimeter. Van Vliet crossover. He has missed the last 7 made 3-point shot attempts in a row. Gets the pass out to the wing. 3 in the air. Good by Anunoby. They finally make a 3. Haven't done that in quite a bit of time for Toronto. 21-point lead for Philadelphia. Maxey. Edge of the midcourt logo. It's going to be that's going to be Harden who gives it out to Harris. Deflected ball. Harris backs his way mid-block. Harris floats up the shot. Off the rim, no good. Tipped up offensive rebound. Reed puts it back second time. Couldn't get it to go. And the rebound controlled by Van Vliet. Van Vliet defended by Green at the wing. Van Vliet drives down the lane, kicks to the corner, 3 in the air. Malachi Flynn away off the mark, no good. The putback dunk is there though by Chris Boucher, who picks up his teammate. These shots are just well wild by Toronto, like not even close. So we take the timeout. 9:02 left to go in the fourth. It's 97-78. Alright, if you guys are new in the stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe here. Not really a close competitive game at the moment between these two teams. Toronto's just let this one slip from them today. And the shot selection has been just wild as far as the shots that they've attempted. They just have struggled to finish in this game. Struggled to make threes, struggled to finish shots at the rim. They've had so many looks and haven't been able to knock them down. The open threes led to bricks. It's just been a tough game. The Raptors shooting the ball at 41% from the floor, 31% from three. Philadelphia 54% in this game. Another game that they're shooting plus 50% in back-to-back playoff games. Utah, 2-point lead over Dallas, 50-48, with the last minute left to go before halftime. That's a defensive game there. Joel Embiid, 28 points, 11 rebounds. Hasn't even played the fourth quarter. They're probably going to rest him for Embiid. 18 points by Maxey, 14 by Harden, and 15 now by Tobias Harris. Yeah, this game hasn't really been close and competitive. Ever since, the late first, it's been all Philadelphia. Yeah, might as well at this rate. This game is this is a big yikes today with this game. Yeah, if anybody hasn't seen my final call yesterday from the Celtics game, I posted a 1 minute video of that on the final call from yesterday. So that video is up there to my call and reaction to Jason Tatum's game winner. So feel free to check it out if you guys haven't checked it out yet. That was unbelievable. I just hope that this game this series can at least stretch past 4 games, because right now it's not looking so hot. I think Game 3 is really going to determine the series. As Game 3 goes to Toronto, Philadelphia is going to be without Matisse Thybulle. And Toronto's really going to make adjustments quick here, because they play once again against Philly. This time, though, at home for Toronto on Wednesday. 97-78, we get back to action. Under 9 minutes left to go. Embiid's back into the game. So Joel Embiid is back into the game. That's surprising. I thought they rest him for the whole game, but it's a good sign for Philadelphia fans to see Embiid that he's back into the game, as he took a shot to the arm area, went to the bench, had to get checked out as Danny Green coughs up the ball. Stolen away by Van Vliet. Van Vliet circles back outside with 8:30 left to go. Van Vliet defended by Maxey around the perimeter. Van Vliet towards his right, bounce pass top of the key. Boucher wide open, shoots a three, puts it through for the triple. 97-81, 16-point game with 8:10 left to go. Philly with the ball. Harden attacks, kicks to the corner. Harris gives it off to Embiid. Pump fake, dribbles into the key. Embiid runs right over Boucher, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Boucher takes the charge. Ball goes back to Toronto. We'll see if Toronto can start to make some shots and get going here. See if they can get this game a little bit more interesting. Eight minutes remaining before halftime. Van Vliet takes it past midcourt. Van Vliet dribbles right baseline on Green. Forced back outside, though. Van Vliet at the right corner. Defended now by Harden. Van Vliet, a lot of dribbling. Top of the key, 5 in the shot clock. He hasn't passed it off yet, and he does. As it goes off the foot of Embiid, it's a kicked ball violation, and the game clock will stop with 7:45. Hey, thanks so much for the update there, Bradley. So, Utah's up at the half over Dallas, 55-48. Donovan Mitchell, 21 points. Jalen Brunson's got 21 for Dallas. Here, Joel Embiid's the top scorer tonight, 28 points, 11 rebounds. 7:45 left to go. Hand off on the outside. It is Malachi Flynn. Flynn dribbles to the elbow. Now back out to the top. 5 in the shot clock. Flynn passes to the corner. Birch. Out to Anunoby. Shoots the 3 in the air. Got it. Back-to-back threes, making it interesting here a little bit more for the Raptors. 7:20 left to go. It ain't over till it's over. 13-0 run by Toronto. In the last 3 minutes, 15 seconds. Maxey out to the top to Harden. This is kind of looking like Bucks against Bulls yesterday, where the Bulls started to come back late. Harden floats up the shot, missed on an air ball, and it goes right back to the Raptors. Another chance here, chance to cut 1 and 10 if they make another 3. Van Vliet takes it up the floor. Van Vliet, though, hasn't made a 3 since the second quarter. Moves it to his right. Into the hands of Anunoby. Bounce pass down the lane. Kem Birch lays it up and in off the roll down. It's an 11-point game. This now getting really interesting. 6:40 left to go, especially knowing the history of Doc Rivers. It ain't over till it's over. Philadelphia with the ball. Harden dribbles, drives, floats up the shot, and Harden gets fouled by Anunoby. The clock will stop with 6:33. Toronto is outscoring Philadelphia in the fourth quarter, 15-2. That number sounds familiar, doesn't it? Yeah, Brooklyn outscored the Celtics 15-2 in the fourth quarter yesterday to start off the game before the first Celtics timeout. 6.5 left to go in the fourth. Philadelphia with the ball. Top of the free throw circle. Embiid. Ball fake. Dribbles. Down inside. Embiid missed the layup. No good. A rebound pulled down by Van Vliet. All this is getting really interesting. Toronto chance to cut it to single digits. Anunoby dribbles at the free throw circle, lost control of the handle. Ball get on the court here. Who's going to get it? 3 red jerseys in between. They do pick it up. Maxey shoots the 3. He's got it. The savior for Philadelphia. Tyrese Maxey. That is a huge possession right there that goes in the favor of the Sixers. It's a swing. 6 minutes left to go. 3 in the air. Boucher comes out well short. Rebound control by Harris. And a reach in by Flynn in the backcourt. It's going to send Philadelphia into the bonus. Tyrese Maxey showing what he has got here in the playoffs. 21 points by Maxey. Has taken the load off of James Harden. 5:47 remaining. Tobias Harris shooting 2 at the free throw line. First shot he makes. Second shot coming up by Harris. It's good. 102-86. 5:45 left to go. Raptors take it up the floor. By the way, Philadelphia is 25 of 28 at the free throw line. Toronto is 6 of 8. Wide open 3. Anunoby missed off the bottom left part of the glass. It's been those possessions today. They just have been way off on their shots. Missing open layups, missing open threes, way off the mark. Front rim off the glass, didn't even hit the rim, and that one did not hit the rim by Anunoby. Bottom left part of the backboard. Maxey moves it off to Embiid. Embiid dribbles back outside as a whistle blows, and it's going to be an offensive foul. Embiid pushing off in the key. Brian, welcome in, man. 5:13 left to go. Toronto will get the inbound. I think the big key for Toronto, Scotty Barnes, they're going to have to see if they can get him healthy for the next game as they play another game. It's quick. They come up and play with 1 day of rest. They're back on a Wednesday. Bounce pass Van Vliet out to Birch, moves it out to the corner. Anunoby, Van Vliet. Siakam, down low, it goes to Boucher. Boucher gets blocked from behind. He's out of the play. 5-4 here for Philadelphia. 4:45 remaining. Harden, skip past the wing. Green, open three, catching fire. Missed off the rim. Rebound controlled by Anunoby. Embiid gets knocked down, though. And the clock will stop with 4:41. So, I think the big key here for Toronto, as far as a key player that they need to get going next game, is Fred VanVleet. Fred VanVleet had 15 points in the first quarter. He made all 4 of his 3-point shots in quarter number 1. After that, he has missed the last 8 threes in a row, and VanVleet's only scored 2 points. So, VanVleet was on some really good pace in this game. He was battling Embiid. Embiid had 19 points when VanVleet had 15. And VanVleet's just got 17. It's just been disappointing for VanVleet. He's played 38 minutes, and it seems like he's lost confidence in himself today. He's given up open threes just to make passes. And just hasn't even bothered taking multiple open threes that he's had the ball. Embiid at the line, he goes 1 for 2. Jameson on the stream, welcome in. Man, this has just been a reverse the series type of play here by Philadelphia, not forgetting Kawhi beating them in 7 in the playoffs back in 2019. Maxey, pass ahead, throwing down a dunk. That is a right-handed tomahawk flush by Danny Green up to the double-digit column tonight. 4:19 left to go. Tyrese Maxey executing the fast break to perfection. Oh man, he has been so key in the playoffs for Philly. Maxey been the one who's pushing tempo. Leading the break, Danny Green up to 11. Entire starting 5 now with double digits on the scoreboard. If you guys are doing a stream, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe. Great game tonight for Philadelphia here. 29 points by Embiid, 11 rebounds he's got. 21 points by Maxey. 8 rebounds, 8 assists. This man, he's going to be an all-star someday. Before he was drafted, in my NBA draft video, projections about him, I had talked about how Tyrese Maxey was going to be an NBA all-star. What I saw from him at Kentucky, he was making big shot after big shot, wasn't scared of the big moments, and here he is in year 2, leading his team down the floor, taking the pressure off of James Harden, and putting up Philadelphia 2-0 in the series. Tyrese Maxey has been the X factor here. 7 of 10 shooting, 3 of 6 from 3. 21 points, 8 boards, 8 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. 4-4 from the floor. 8 assists to 1 turnover by Maxey. Taking the pressure off of James Harden. Harden 6 assists, 4 turnovers for Harden. Harden's got 14. 17 by Tobias Harris. Low key, he's been great in these playoffs too. He's 6 of 9 from the floor. And then Danny Green has made 3 threes. He's got 11. So Maxey now has got 10 assists and 1 turnover. He's got 10 assists and 1 turnover for Maxey through 2 playoff games. Maxey's ability to score is something that Ben Simmons couldn't do. I remember last year when they put him in the summer league so he could get his playmaking going, and he really provided a big boost from that summer league. Because he wasn't really scoring that much, I remember, in the summer league for Maxey. He was doing a lot of like the playmaking for Maxey, just trying to focus on his playmaking. That summer league really helped him out as far as getting him going this season, and he steps in in place of Ben Simmons, who refuses to play, gets traded out to Brooklyn. Maxey steps in, and boom, 2-0 in the series in the first round goes Philadelphia. F. Lloyd, welcome back to the stream here, man. What a start here for the Sixers. The whole pressure thing on James Harden, I mean, that's just been taken care of through 2 games because of Tyrese Maxey's ability to rise to the occasion. He rises in the big moments. I saw him do it back at Kentucky. I remember his first game, step foot in Kentucky. Dropped down 26 against Michigan State in the season opener. The overtime game against Louisville. Took over the game, made a massive shot in the OT game. 4:05 left to go. Pass down low to a cut. Toronto scores. Boucher was looking for a fall, couldn't get it. Kid Kane, thanks so much for joining in, man. Yeah, it's been low scoring here. Especially this fourth quarter. It's actually Toronto who's up in the fourth, 17-10. We got 4 minutes left to go. Toronto scored 33 points. They led the first quarter. They were up 33-32. And then quarter number 2, they got outscored 35-19. Got outscored again in the third, 28-19. Harden. Bounce pass out to Maxey. Stolen away, though, as Van Vliet jumped the route, intercepted it. Van Vliet takes a three. Too long. He has missed the last 9 3-point shot attempts in a row. Siakam rebound. And the putback on that, he will get fouled. Yeah, when I have a chance there, I'll post my stream schedule. I'll be back tomorrow night. It will be Miami versus Atlanta. I hope to cover the Celtics against Nets game this Wednesday. And then Thursday is going to be Memphis against Minnesota. I hope to cover. And then not sure on Friday just yet. It all depends on how much work I got done for the weekend. Yeah, I usually cover baseball on the weekend. This weekend, though, I get softball for a doubleheader. Both shots good at the line for Toronto. And this Wednesday, I'm off from lacrosse. I got my next lacrosse game, though, next Wednesday. As Philadelphia, errant pass thrown out of bounds off of Maxey as he tried to get it. Deflected, though, off of him. Caden, what's good? Welcome in, man. 3:31 left to go. Toronto down by 15, and Philadelphia is going to take a look at this first. So, Doc Rivers talking to the officials to take a look at that last play, and that's exactly what they will do. So, they will take a look and see if it was out of bounds by Maxey. (105-90). Quick update on the Utah-Dallas game. Utah leading at halftime, 55-48 over Dallas. Hey, thanks so much, Tiger and CK, for joining in. Quick update here on the top players of the game tonight. Joel Embiid, 29 points, led the way. 11 rebounds by Embiid. 21 points by Tyrese Maxey. Another stellar game by Maxey tonight. He had 8 rebounds, 8 assists, went 7 of 10 from the floor, and 3 of 6 from 3. 17 by Tobias Harris with 9 rebounds. He is flying under the radar in the playoffs, but doing a really good job for Tobias Harris. 14 points by James Harden with 5 rebounds, 6 assists. So the entire starting 5 for Philadelphia gets double digits on the scoreboard. Danny Green with 11. 24 by Anunoby, 20 by Siakam for Toronto, and 17 by Van Vliet. And Maxey, through 2 playoff games, has 10 assists to just 1 turnover. That is something special. I can't believe that he's not more in the most improved conversation, like right at the top of it. Philadelphia will get the basketball back. 3:30 left to go, so they will flip the call. Call has been reversed on the court. Initial call was that the ball was out of bounds, last touch by Maxey, but referees took a look at it during the timeout, and Philadelphia gets the ball back. Embiid, a turnaround, and he hits it on a tough shot. Joel Embiid just keeps on pushing that number up tonight. He's got 31 now, the top scorer in the game. 31-11 for Embiid with 3 minutes left to play. Anunoby dribbles, drives down the lane, and he will get fouled by Danny Green. As Anunoby will head to the free throw line, shoot 2 for Toronto. First shot by Anunoby is good. Yeah, it's been basically over with like 5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. This series is getting pretty lopsided right now. Utah and Dallas just started out the third. Score there is 57-48 Utah. So Utah started getting control of that game too. Second free throw good by Anunoby. Green gives it over to Embiid. Embiid's going to slow down the basketball. 2:45 left to go. 10 on the shot clock for Philadelphia. Embiid defended by Kem Birch. One-on-one. Backs his way to the left elbow. Embiid moves it across the court to Harris. Harris spin move. 1 in the shot clock. Turnaround jumper off the front rim. Tip to the perimeter. Out of bounds. Right into the front row of the announcer's row. Right next to Gus Johnson is where that ball landed. It skipped right over the TNT monitor. To the commentator of the left of Gus Johnson it went. And a big warm welcome to Gus Johnson now calling NBA games on Turner. 2:30 left to go in the fourth. 15-point lead for Philly. Toronto has possession. Top of the key, Anunoby. Anunoby dribbles down the lane. Anunoby back outside, pushes it off to Boucher. And Boucher able to drive to the hoop, and he scores. Chris Boucher up to 17. Yep. It's all Philadelphia in this series so far. And you can credit Tyrese Maxey. Incredible start to the series by him. Joel Embiid goes off for 31-11. Maxey, another stellar game. Second on the team in scoring, taking the bulk of the load out of the hands of James Harden. Offensive rebound by Harris. I took Philadelphia by 10. 118-108 was my prediction. It's going to go under though. Maxey drives, floats up the tier, drop it. He hits it. Tyrese Maxey, baby. What a series he had. 1:30 left to go. 23 on the board for Maxey. Jumper at the top. It's good by Van Vliet. That's a confidence booster for him going into the next game. Fred VanVleet went 35 minutes without making a single three and finally makes one. 1:20 left to go. Philadelphia just playing keep away here in the final minute 15. Thanks so much all for joining in. And by the way, enjoy the rest of your night, everybody. Thanks so much for joining in here, Alex. Deanna, BGR in the stream. Welcome in for the final minute. 3-point shot is good at the corner for Philadelphia as that goes down by Danny Green. 112-97. 1 minute left to play. Green comes up with a steal. What a game here by Philly. Maxey with 23. Embiid was the top scorer with 31-11. It was actually Harris who made a three. He's got 20. Tobias Harris with 20. So Tobias Harris has scored 20 and 26, low-key, both of the games. Pass in the corner, intercepted. 38 seconds left to play. Raptors with the ball. VanVleet drives to the hoop, blocked by Danny Green. Philadelphia, as the whole crowd goes up on his feet, will go up 2-0 over Toronto in the series. For a Sixers team that lost to Toronto, up in Toronto the week prior before the end of the regular season. Raptors have to start to get back to getting healthier. Scotty Barnes did not play again today. He was seen in a walking boot on the bench. That is just tough right there for the Raptors. It's so difficult. Gary Trent Jr., no points. Trying to play through an illness, only played 10 minutes today as he picked up 4 personal fouls. Came into the game doubtful. Thaddeus Young came into today's game doubtful. He played off the bench, scored 2 points in 8 minutes. And this game ended up being a blowout. 112-97 final score. Philadelphia 2-0, leading the series. And their entire starting 5 scores in double figures. James Harden has the pressure taken off of him because of the emergence of Tyrese Maxey. what he has done in this playoff series. James Harden attempts just 9 shots. 9 shots by Harden tonight. Embiid attempts 16 shots. Danny Green attempts 12. Harris and Maxey attempt 11 shots. James Harden attempts the 5th least shots in the team. That is something right there. He plays 41 minutes, tied for the most minutes with him and Maxey, because of what Maxey has done just emerging in this playoff series. Just all together, collective victory by Philadelphia, going up 2-0, heading into Toronto on Wednesday night. Thanks so much all for joining in. Before we do sign off here, hit the thumbs up, spike the like, hit the subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. And man, Philadelphia firing on all cylinders right here. Embiid 31 points, 11 rebounds, as Toronto's in some deep, deep trouble in the series. Going to close out to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out here. We got Jason, Rajeep, Russell, BP, Greg, Oreo Pudding, Bino, Mark, Mike, John, Jessica, Ahino Joso, Woody, Warren, I Am Ghost, Kelly, Arohan, Blessed Bride, SG Sports Talk, Isaiah, Bruin, Cody, Steven, Tristan, Ian, Spaghetti Factory, Happy MT Dude, Mike, and Robin. Going to close down this game right here as Philadelphia wins rather easily, 112-97. The final score in this game. Thanks so much all for joining in, and I plan on being back tomorrow night. It's going to be Heat versus Hawks for game number 2 of that series tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks so much, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your Monday night.